Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Dayna Rubin with From Fertility to Delivery. Today I wanted to talk about co-creation and actually co-creating your fertility, your pregnancy, and your childbirth experience with your spirit baby, the light body that is floating around in spirit waiting to come earthside. Let's start with the conception of your spirit baby. With regards to conception, you are co-creating with soul contracts. So what is a soul contract? I've done an extensive video about this in my spiritual fertility series. You can find it on YouTube and it's also on Rumble. And with regards to the actual contract, it's similar to a contract that you actually sign when you're earthside, like a marriage license or mortgage. You're actually signing together with your partner and the spirit baby. So you're all picking your roles that you want to play while you're here on earth. You be the mom, you be the dad, you be the son or daughter, basically. And those soul contracts they're pretty binding, but there is a lot of free will. We live in a free will universe, and the free will is an aspect of all parts of the parenthood journey and coming to this earth. So with regards to the soul contract, it basically tells the roles for each individual, and those are also flexible because again, we live in a free will environment. But that is something that you do co-create with your spirit baby. So for instance, in one life, from a reincarnation perspective, you were the mother and you had a son, and now the roles are reversed. Now you are the father and you're bringing the mother in as your daughter. So those are some of the ways that we can co-create and give back, pay back, pay back the karmic lessons, and which karma is actually slowly fading out into just universal love. But as we fade out, we're still playing some of those roles. Again, all of this happens on a very subconscious level, but when you think about it, what your consciousness holds is really 10%, and what your subconscious holds is 90%, which is the biggest part of what's actually happening from a day-to-day perspective and where the decisions are being made. So that's from a fertility standpoint. Then you have the actual pregnancy and the formation of the baby. So that part is obviously always exciting. Just from a nuts and bolts perspective, the pregnancy part of it, obviously you're not going to pregnancy class to learn how to grow your baby. Your body's doing it automatically, just like breathing, just like eating, just like going to the gym and working out. It is happening on a continuous basis, and all you have to do is create a nurturing, wonderful environment for that pregnancy to grow. So proper foods, the decrease in stress, getting your motion with it, which is walking, swimming, whatever you're able to do that you're allowed to do from a pregnancy perspective with regards to safety parameters. That is what you can offer the baby. Now, co-creating the actual physical aspects of the baby, that would be a nice idea. I want the baby to have red hair and green eyes. Well, if you and your partner don't have those types of gene pool requirements, that's not really going to happen. Also, the gender of the baby, it's lovely to put it out there and say, I would love to have a girl, I would love to have a boy. But when you're co-creating with a spirit baby, bringing them earthside, you kind of want to keep that part open, because it's really, when all is said and done, this is their decision of what gender they want to be and the type of physical attributes that they want to have. And so most couples will just say, I want a healthy, handsome baby boy, healthy, beautiful baby girl, and kind of leave it at that. and, focus on the actual health instead of the actual physical attributes. Because when all is said and done, that is the baby's decision, because it is a free will environment. And then we come to the actual childbirth. Now, this is something you can co-create with your spirit baby. When I was pregnant with both of our children, both sons, we planned a natural birth, which is something I wanted to have as a part of a gift that I could give them. No interference whatsoever, and giving them the ability to come through the vaginal canal and get the benefits of that from a microbiome perspective, which I've done some posts and videos on that as well. So basically, 95% of births are not necessarily complicated or critical or high risk. So 95% of the births out there can be co-created, and they can end up as a natural vaginal birth if you want to. So with regards to that, the co-creation was trying to keep the baby as small as possible, because obviously you can pass a smaller baby through the vaginal canal, and that seemed like it would be a little bit easier than having a 10-pound baby. So our babies were 6 pounds 5 ounces and 5 pounds 13 ounces. Our second he came 6 weeks early, so he was naturally much smaller. He was a preemie. But with regards to some of the other things with co-creating the birth, you can also co-create the amount of time that you are in labor. And a big part of that is using hypnobirthing. So in the Blissborn hypnobirthing classes, we actually teach you how to have a labor that is under 5 hours. And the results speak for themselves. 80% of the women in Blissborn that use Blissborn hypnobirthing, their births are under 5 hours, because we actually program that in the subconscious mind during class. So that is outstanding. And my first birth was 3 hours, right under 3 hours. And the second birth was right around 2 hours of labor between my water breaking and the baby actually coming earthside and having their first breath. Now, with regards to other types of births, like a C-section, if that's what you're slated for and that's what you're ready for, your spirit baby is going to meet you where you're at. So if you are extremely fearful of birth and you prefer to have a birth that is a little bit more medicated and something that you have more assistance with, to each their own, that is your choice. With regards to that, the baby's going to, work with you on that, and of course co-create that experience with you. When all is said and done, the time and birth of the baby coming earthside, that is very important. And that is what imprints the baby from an astrological perspective, human design, from a very myriad elements that come together to create that imprintation of the baby coming earthside. But you can help with that by having a calm birth. A calm birth creates a calm baby, and they're less colicky, and they have the ability to have more restful moments. They go down to sleep better. They're just easier to manage. So that's what I wanted to talk about today with regards to co-creating with your spirit baby. And I have a good amount of videos that talk about other tidbits with regards to the birth, the hypnobirthing. So go ahead and check that out on my social media. I am on YouTube and TikTok, also on Facebook and Instagram. My handle on all of those is @FromFertilityToDelivery. So keep a lookout for upcoming classes. I already have a hypnobirthing class that is already on my website. It's an online class that you can take anytime, and you can enroll anytime. The ideal time to enroll in a hypnobirthing class is in the beginning of your 3rd trimester, or even the end of your 2nd trimester. But you have more than enough time to practice everything we teach you to get a handle on what's happening. And I am working diligently on my spiritual fertility class, which we're going to go over a lot of nuts and bolts of how to get into alignment with fertility, with conception, what is the conception cradle, and all of that. And to get a lot more information about that, my spiritual fertility series that I have on YouTube is actually one of my playlists that you can just take a look at and look through all 12 videos. Everything is right there. So I'm excited that you're here. If you are on your fertility journey for a day or over 10 years, no matter what it looks like, I'm glad you're here because I had such an exceptional experience. I want to be able to share that with the world, and it is my life purpose. So my website is www.fromfertilitytodelivery.com, and email me, ask me any questions if you're interested in collaborating and talking about your experience and what you've had. Feel free to contact me. I'd love to start doing videos with other folks, whether you're a mom or a dad or a doula or a midwife, or someone that just is very spiritual and interested in this topic. I'd love to touch base with you. So have a wonderful day and many blessings.